You know, in the world of K-pop, perfection has always been the name of the game. But what if the real secret to connecting with millions of people wasn't about being flawless, but about being funny? This is the story of the Jin Effect, how one idol's love for dad jokes and, let's be real, shameless self-confidence didn't just make us laugh. It actually created a ripple effect that changed the whole industry.
It sounds a little crazy, right? How can something as simple as a pun, or one of his famous flying kisses, have a real, measurable impact on a global industry? Well, that's exactly what we're going to break down. We're going to look at how Kim Seokjin of BTS used humor strategically to completely redefine what it means to be an idol.
So what exactly is the Jin Effect? Well, at its core, it's this deliberate choice to use humor and just be relatable, you know? It's all about tearing down that old perfect idol image. It's about swapping out that cool mystique for genuine authenticity, making a connection that feels less like you're a fan of a celebrity and more like you're just friends.
Now, to really get how big of a deal this was, we first have to look at the world Jin walked into. See, the K-pop industry had this very specific and honestly very successful template, especially for the group's main visual member.
And the difference is just night and day. The traditional idol, especially that visual, was supposed to be kind of mysterious, quiet, and basically untouchable. This flawless person you admire from way, way over there. The Jin Effect just flips that on its head. It's shameless, it's loud, it's proudly imperfect, and it's super relatable. He completely threw out the old formula.
So when he was faced with this industry standard, Jin didn't just bend the rules. He pretty much wrote a whole new playbook. And this wasn't some happy accident. It was a very conscious decision to be different. He went out of his way to embrace his loud laugh, his super corny jokes, and yeah, even when he was a little clumsy. He made being imperfect a part of his public identity. But here's the thing, it wasn't just about being himself. There was a really smart strategy behind it all, one that was really about protecting his team. And this is where you see the genius. Rolling Stone pointed out that this wasn't just for laughs. As the oldest member of BTS, Jin would intentionally make himself the butt of the joke. And why would he do that? To create this safe, low-pressure space for the younger guys. By taking the pressure off himself to be perfect, he was taking it off them too. This strategy did way more than just shape how the group worked together. It actually became his #1 tool for building this incredibly strong bond with millions of fans all over the world.
There's some serious emotional intelligence going on here. We already saw how he used it to ease the pressure inside the group. But that same tool, his humor, became this vital bridge to fans while he was away for his mandatory military service. It gave everyone a sense of comfort. For Jin, laughter wasn't just for show, it was basically a form of service. I mean, just think about his return in 2024. After being out of the public eye for 18 long months, how does he come back? Not with some super serious dramatic moment, but with instant humor and warmth. He just immediately closed that gap and it honestly felt like no time had passed at all.
So what happens when that level of relatability is your signature move? Well, it becomes an unbelievably powerful brand. All that authenticity translated directly into huge commercial and cultural success.
Just look at his solo projects. His variety show, Run Jin, is literally built around him being playfully imperfect. And as the music site Consequence put it, his album Happy hit so hard because it felt like a gift from an actual person, not some perfectly packaged product. They even called it radical relatability, which is just perfect.
This whole vibe even carried over into the world of high fashion. I mean, how do you make a super luxe brand like Gucci feel approachable? You bring in Jin. His personality didn't take away from the luxury, it humanized it. It made it all feel more accessible and, honestly, more fun.
Oh, a perfect example is his partnership with the skincare brand Laneige. In the ads, he's kind of winking at his own worldwide handsome nickname. And as one analysis said, he's in on the joke, and that makes us feel like we're in on it with him. That's brilliant, inclusive marketing right there. And listen, don't make the mistake of thinking this is just some soft skill. This connection he's built has a real, tangible, bottom-line impact. The Korea Herald actually reported that his return in 2024 literally helped stabilize his company's stock price and calm down fan anxiety when things were a little uncertain. That is the real-world power of that bond. So, when you put it all together, the Jin Effect isn't just about his own personal success story. It's actually become a whole new blueprint for what an idol can be. This metaphor just captures it perfectly. He took this idea of an idol being someone on a pedestal that you worship from afar, and he completely dismantled it. Instead, he made it feel like you were just sitting down with a friend at a dinner table, laughing and being human together.
And that leaves us with a really fascinating question for the future of the whole industry. In a world that seems to want authenticity more than ever, has the Jin effect permanently changed the game? Is the era of the flawless, untouchable idol finally giving way to the era of the relatable, human one? Honestly, all signs are pointing to yes.